these streaming services are giving the control back to the artists, and it's paying off. Like, like if you got like Martin Scorsese now doing a Netflix produced film, that's like a pretty big statement. And then what was interesting about that was he had been trying to get that movie made at several studios, but it was too expensive and too long. No one would go see like a 4.5 hour movie in the theater, but like it was perfect for Netflix. Like it was almost like it was a project made for like a Netflix, and it found its home on that screen. And they played it in theaters and stuff like that too. But it's just interesting where as an artist, you got to know where you, not only what you want to say, but like what level screen or what level you want to like play it at. Like sometimes people shoot for the gold and want like this movie and this theatrical release, and they want like the glory of all like a film festival circuit with like a feature film, but their feature might have been a better TV series, and like maybe they needed more time to like flesh it out or something like that. So you got to know, you can't make your project what it's not. So if it can either be a short film, a feature, or like a TV series pretty much. And like sometimes people forget what realm they're working in. Like sometimes TV series I find are trying to be too much like movies, and they forget that like want to just watch like a half hour of like this, and this, or like, I don't know. So it can be bad both ways, but if you just know what screen you're making your project for, it helps. And there's just so many opportunities to get stories out there,
Know your screen. That's right.
Know your screen.
Know your scope. Like what you can realistically achieve, and that just got my wheels turning. That's an issue that I've had in the past, is just by shooting for the moon and then coming up short and thinking I suck, but like if I just set my sights to something more reasonable, more manageable, then I can achieve that in a much more fulfilling way. But yeah, know your screen.
Yeah. And I mean, like, obviously always shoot for the stars, but like, if you're making like, since we're talking a lot about filmmaking here, it's like, if you're making an independent movie, don't try to make it look like Transformers. Have you seen those like Transformer B movie ripoffs? They can't do it because they don't have the money. And it's like, if you're making an independent movie, like celebrate that it's independent. And like, that's with like Funny Fat Guy. It was definitely independent, low budget. And you can tell, but it also gives it its charm, because I wasn't trying to be like a David Fincher film or like these big budget movies. I was trying to be, like a Steven Soderbergh film, where it's like, camera, actor, and director. And like, that's kind of just it. So, and I think by being authentic to that movie and knowing that I was making a low budget movie, and not trying to hide, like hoping that I could like do some magic trick where it looked like $1 million blockbuster. Like, a lot of people like just really focus on like making movies in the wrong way, to where they're trying to impress somebody at like this weird higher level. And if they just like a movie like Clerks, or let me think of some other good low budget movies like Clerks or El Mariachi, like they did the most with their budget, and the creative part came with the limitations that they had. Like they were limited on one location, so they just shot one location, and like that's what made it better. So know your screen, and just know that people will find you out that you're not $1 million budget. Like, don't tell somebody that you made it for $1 million and you only spent $2,000. They'll know. But if you're like, I spent $2,000 on this and made like a really nice short film, and like it just does everything and lands, like that's awesome. So you kind of like pick a project, your screen's going to be in the short film genre, and you go from there.